Noelberg because we're in Poland.
Oh my fucking god!
We can pretend as if it was a
in Poland.
we can pretend as if it was a better joke than that,
look
but
at
it
the
really
names.
wasn't. It was
We're
just...
finding shitholes.
Right, okay, very simple stuff, fellas. You know what to do. 3 times 30. You know what that thing's about. I'm kind of hoping Pogo's saying the same thing to them right now. Let's get that bread.
What formula?
So I've been chilling with those guys for the past like 20 minutes, and I can assure you the amount of gooberism, that's the PG word to put for it, but the amount of gooberism in that case has been absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, we're going to spend the next few hours showcasing a few small rounds of PvP here. They're going to be quick back-to-back rounds. There's no stream delay, so we're just going to watch this all go through, and I think it's going to be great. But just the meme round that's also going to happen today is also something to be desired. So we'll get there when we get there. But otherwise, this is going to be a quick round between British forces as OFCRA and Germans as Blue 4. There are 2 major groups playing in the OFCRA operations today. The first is 3-3 ESS, which I believe is a German group, and the other is the main forces of OFCRA, which are going to be led by NASA, who's my contact as a part of streaming OFCRA operations on Thursdays. So the British have already deployed and are already making a run for it. I've also noticed they don't have any helmets, but then again, it's World War II. Helmets don't really matter. German forces, meanwhile, stopped for a bit of a pep talk before deploying, but now they're starting to move in now. I've noticed they have to be Fallschirmjäger. Sorry that I butcher that name, but basically German airborne, because I am seeing FG-42s on their side, which, in my opinion, are, in terms of IFA mods, or World War II mods, excuse me, it's the best gun in the entire mod set. So the British would probably have Lee Enfields. I also see some Thompsons in play. And they're going to have Bren guns, but I wonder if they have anything else. Do have some trench sweeper shotguns. Those would be Winchester 1812s or 1912s. 1912 would be the better term. But looking over at other weaponry here, we got Vix sprinting around on his own here. Lee Enfield, Bren. Is that 2 Bren gunners? Yep. And then the trench gun for Callie, and NASA's commanding with the Thompson. I wonder if they have a fixed sound file for that Thompson, because I know it's bugged out right now in IFA. But anyway, looking at the German side, we've got an MP40, a G43 semi-automatic rifle, FG42, FG42, Car 98, Car 98, Car 98, Car 98, FG42, and I believe that is another Car 98. So I'd say Blue 4 has a bit of a weapons advantage right now, considering the power of those FG42s, especially with this being a CQC-style operation in the town of Strasov. Excuse me, Strasso, which, by the way, I will be using this town in the next MCO. We'll have to see how everything goes, but Vex already starting off by some blue on blue, knocking out Royd Camper, and then he himself getting shot by Bluck. So, really great start by the British here for the one guy that was part of a different squad running off, and, wow. Okay, the British are down 2 players. Welcome to OFCRA skirmishes where everyone doesn't have a brain. What do you guys think? I think that was a great start. Anyway, NASA's running off on his own as ground command with a Soviet radio. And the British forces seem a little stagnant here. Royd is down. He's being medicked up by Cheeseburger. I really don't know what to say about that one. Also, Kai, good luck at work. NASA's going to run up on his own. He's got a Thompson, so he can do a little bit of damage here as the more Milsim-ish style of 3-3 here is proceeding up the road, making sure no one's down the center of the street. That's a pretty smart strategy there. And I think NASA's going to turn out here and literally run right into him. Yeah. So let's see who he's able to spray down. Opens up with a grenade. It's a bit short. It's a Willie Pete grenade of some sort. So that was for himself. Doesn't get any kills in the opening, though. And NASA is single-handedly trying to stall the German offensive here as the rest of his forces close in. Dream, thanks for the raid. Nordic, why are you saying ah, buddy? So that smoke is going to continue dissipating. I'm unsure if it was actually Willie Pete or not, but the Germans sparing no time. You got Rigel trying to find a window to flank from. And NASA's being pinned down here. Zix trying to do some assisted suppression here. Looks like they were able to get Royd Camper back up in the back line, and this is probably where the main firefight's going to go. Rigel getting shot out by one of the guys in the back line. That was either Royd or Bluck. It had to have been Bluck because he's the guy that friendly fired. He's no longer at -1, so great shot there, knocking Rigel out from that second story. But we do have some of the 33 guys maneuvering up to here, trying to get on top of NASA's position, but Zixme, with that Bren gun, could cut them off if he comes out at the opportune time, but it looks like 33 is getting in, doing a really good job covering themselves here. Zix has another opportunity here. Is he going to take it? He's lining up the shot. Starts pressing. Gets one of them knocked out and some other hits on Ernest. Another smoke grenade thrown up. I think that is a smoke, not a Willie Pete, because I'm not seeing it do any large amounts of damage. Meanwhile, Edberg has folded into this building as more grenades are being thrown. Cheeseburger has been thrown up. Grenades being thrown. Edberg also coming around. And these two Germans are going to be cut off. Lemur, by the way, also went down. Bluck was able to find him, so Bluck now on a kill after killing a friendly and 2 enemies. Zixme doing some suppression into this area as Cheeseburger tries to close the distance as the Germans hug the second story and contend to some of their own bandaging here. Cheeseburger, meanwhile, at the doorway here, executes that one guy, runs up, but get taken out by a G43, and he is down. So Rivy getting double tapped there. Cheeseburger and NASA also going down to some flanking, more than likely from Pogo here. Trying to check his kill count. He's on 0. So who got the kills? Merc did with one of the FG42s, and Arden, he got that one kill we witnessed. And I don't know.
Send in GOAT Team 6 now.
7 months. 2 more and we'll have a
Germans still
bastard
have a slight
child.
number advantage here. Yes, Comrade, close to the 9-month resub. Thank you. Hope you keep enjoying everything. And also gifting a sub to Dream. Nice. Hope you both keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a kick out of this scenario. Ooh, really good smoke grenade thrown. If that was a frag by Roy, that would have done a lot more damage. That wasn't the frag. There was a frag, but it was short. I think Roy actually hurt himself with that as he now runs up to this building. Cheeseburger and Murdy. Yeah, so I think I already saw that. Murdy, I think, was fresh, though. Zixme pushing, getting someone with the Bren gun. He catches Ernst here as he's reloading. Zixme switching to his revolver and getting the kill. Numbers are still looking in Germans' favor, though, as the British have 5 and the Germans have 6. Royd, I think, just tried to put a shot on Goatland, who runs into a building. Germans are very close together. The British are slowly encircling. I think this went wrong when the Germans sent 3 guys over trying to flank NASA's position, but they ended up getting encircled and eliminated, whereas the other flank stayed strong on the left, and now they're going to probably stick together. I don't see them doing a lot of maneuvering here because where the Germans have been more defensive and more militarized with their organization, the British have played it a lot more fast and loose, and we saw that with that friendly fire incident in the beginning. But with that lack of coordination, instead of having all the infantry kind of run around on their own, it's been a lot more guerrilla warfare style. And that has been paying into an advantage that the British have been enjoying. Let's see who still has what. We still have a Bren Gunner, 2 Bren Gunners alive on the British side. Royd Camper got a friendly fire kill. That might have explained why one of these guys went down. But he's got a Lee Enfield. And Edberg's taken an FG-42. Good call right there. He's going to hear Pogo coming in as he loots his body. And then Fact still has the trench gun, but he is taken out by Deborah. That was the MP40. So now with 4 players remaining, British forces advancing here. Blue 4 trying to move into the smoke. Deborah's getting the kill as SI gets knocked out. Zixme trying to run up to support. Sees Deborah's MP40 poking out. Will Merkel here pull back and try to assist? Meanwhile, Pogo and Edberg very close together, not in a place to see each other though. So Royd Camper down there. Zixme coming up and getting multiple kills here. Zixme is a very good player. He is definitely one of the top 3 kills here. Trying to spray down Pogo. Isn't able to land the killing blow, though. I cannot tell if Pogo's bleeding. I think the blood texture is getting absorbed by going under the sidewalk there. I don't see any blood by Pogo, so I think all those shots simply missed because of the inaccuracies of having the Bren and firing them from the hip. So he's doing a quick reload. Merkel here not realizing he's being engaged from across the street. Gets knocked down and put in a texture. He's got one of those FG-42s. I think Edberg believes he took him out. Still doesn't realize where he's getting engaged from, and Edberg delivers the killing shot there. Gotland's still alive here. I think all the 33 guys are down. Now it's just up to the veterans of OFCRA on both sides to clean it up. Not our Pogo, different Pogo. Not TSB Pogo. TSB Pogo does not play PvP. So now, with a 3v2, the British have the advantage here, but now that they're fighting other players that are going to start using the same tactics, it's still anyone's game. Looking at the guns still up, we got Gotland with an MP40, which is not a bad choice here. Pogo with the Kar 98, I believe. Yep, it does have the bayonet at the end. Not the best choice here. You're going to probably want to see automatic weapons more used more. Edberg almost getting caught out of position by the MP40. Gotland isn't able to land the killing shot. Edberg did take an FG-42. I would say the best gun for this environment. Royd Camper still on -1 with a Lee Enfield. And Zix, who is on 5 kills with a Lee, freaking Colt, not a Colt, it's a revolver. It's the Enfield revolver, that's it. Gotland, meanwhile, catching Edberg out in the opening of this wall and taking him out. Now it's 2v2. It can go either way at this point. Both sides have an automatic rifle unless Zixme dropped it, in which case he's down to a 6-shot revolver, and he's bandaging. Royd trying to land a shot on Gotland there, but it was a miss, unfortunately. I don't see any blood there. Gotland returning fire, trying to suppress Royd's position. Who gives a fuck about ZF? Anyway. Pulls out a PO8. And he's double tapping that body to make sure he stays down. People have multiple names. We just talked about it with Pogo, all right? No one cares. Now shut up. Fucking Zam. Actually, it's not Zam's fault. It's a guy named Zero. But either way, Zixme walking up with his handgun here. Taking that FG-42. I'm not sure if Gotland hears that. I think he's just trying to wait it out. But if he were to get up, he could kill Zixme. Oh. Zixme, I think, just saw it, too. No, Goatland didn't see him. Zixme might hear those footsteps. Oh, he just saw that. And now he catches him. Oh, that's why the FG42 is superior here. Single double tap, and now it is 2v1. Drops it because it's out of ammo, and he's back to the handgun. I think he's going to try to take the MP40. Meanwhile, Pogo's still waiting on the outskirts here, trying to find an angle. With 2v1, this could last a little while, because neither side knows where the other is. Overall, I will say in PvP scenarios that guerrilla-style tactics where people play it fast and loose in urban environments tends to do better than more milsim-style tactics, but purely in urban environments. In urban scenarios and whatnot, it tends to be the other way. Pogo trying to get a shot on Zix. He quickly gets down. Unsure if he got hit with that or not. I don't see any blood. Zix getting knocked out. Roy trying to return the favor here. Pogo might be able to do it. It's a bolt action versus bolt action. Double tap on Zix. Great grenade throw there. It's a smoke, though. I honestly did not think this would come down to a battle of bolt-action rifles, but here we are. Pogo and Royd camper. Pogo just got a kill. Royd is on -1 kills, but both of them have killed someone with a bolt-action rifle this round, so the odds are in no one's favor. Because with the bolt-action, you're bound to still have ammo by the end of the round. Both are, I'm not sure if, I think the Car 98's 10 rounds. I could be wrong. It might only be 5 rounds, actually. I know the Lee Enfield is 10 rounds, though. But if it comes down to that many bolt action shots, there should have been a kill at that point. So I don't think that's an issue. So Royd came around. Pogo's coming around. They're both trying to outmaneuver each other. Both have a bayonet at the end of their guns. I would laugh if this ended up being a bayonet kill ending. Car 98 is 5, thank you. Roy keeping it slow so his footsteps aren't heard. He's checking this building. He's going to end up crossing the stairs here. Nope, he's going to come up them, I think, thinking that this is going to be a good position. He got stuck on the stairs for a second. Pogo still up here looking around. Gonna enter that hallway and see Royd. Oh, he's gonna go for the bayonet kill! Ah! Oh my god, he just did a rifle butt and then executed him. Oh my god. I don't even technically, well, like, because of how the scoring is, both of them get the supremacy bonus, but I'm going to say the winner was British at that point. No, excuse me, the Germans. The Germans won that round with the fucking rifle butt comedic punch sound and then an executing shot. He knew it, too. He literally just ran for that thing. But let me go ahead and unmute myself. Let's have a listen. Stuck in the mission screen right there.
Who was the last guy that
Roy.
Roy.
You
I was
punched him.
glitching through the stairs. It was actually on me.
Why didn't you stab him?
Roy
Place
no,
Franco, I think.
besides the point, Roy missed all his shots. Apart
Yeah,
from one.
Ah, he shot my leg.
Ah, there's no spectator slots. I'm gonna have to kill myself.
Thank you.
Right,
Hi Germans, I see.
Oh, we are playing the good guys finally.
We always
Wow,
say.
MP40s versus
Oh, we're going for them.
PPSHs. Jesus, an
The Polish
FG42.
say Russians are good guys. What
No, sir, I'll have you know. I'll have you know, my great grandfather was a good man. He built a house for orphan children in my grandma's village. I mean, well, no, not really. He did kind of.
Complex character.
No, man. I'll tell you.
I was waiting for the inappropriate joke. In all
man was in Germany to be refitted by the Germans to become an actual army, and then our king said "fuck fascism" and killed the prime minister, and then we joined the Allies.
Oh, then that's where you can start. Oh no, one Frenchman. Is that the? Oh no, that's not the animal.
Anyway, that was round 1. There are 4 more rounds planned. Each one is probably going to take about 15 minutes, give or take. And hopefully all of them will be that entertaining. Fine, I'll start calling him Elberg. But regardless, this one is, from what I was told earlier, it's going to be more automatic weapon focused, which is why you're seeing MP40s, FG42s. On the other side, you saw PPSHs. So with the automatic weapons, I would hope that the AO is going to be CQB as well, because longer ranges with automatic weapons is going to be a little bit more difficult. I would say at that point, the guys with the G43s and the FG42s would have the advantage. But we'll see how things go. I thought that was a great beginning to this, and why? Some of these rounds are pure meme rounds. It's going to be a village. Okay. Ah, this map. So top left by the MSR, and there's some stuff to the south. But it's going to be a fight over the village of Zawadzi. Or Zawadza, my bad. Germans spawning all the way to the south. It's going to be against Soviets with those PPSHs to the north. Probably another 11v11. And I would assume it's going to mainly be... We do have another group that sent a few people from FJB, but that's where Pogo, Roland, and Cali come from. And they're, I would consider them some of the vets of OFCRA, so we'll see how things go. Otherwise, I hope you are all doing A-okay. I've been spending the morning finishing the plane PvP operation. Let me go ahead and kill myself here. My simulation's disabled, so it's going to register that for a second. But anyway, I was developing the plane op we're going to see. It's actually not going to be at 8 o'clock. It's going to be at 10:15 because we have something going on at 8 in the community. So I can't run the op till about 10. But regardless, I also worked on the next MCO. I was doing some budget stuff for Patreon as well. Related to MCO stuff because of micromanagement of communities and people. And I uploaded the VOD from the development, and then I started working on this. But Bloodway and I were going to go shopping for furniture after this stream, and then when we get back after that, we'll be it'll be in time for the 10 p.m. stuff. So, busy day today. But otherwise, we have on the Soviet side, it is the veterans here for OFCRA once again, led by, I would assume, NASA, but it looks like instead it is Roid Camper leading the charge here. And again, they've got PPSHs with, what was that other gun I saw? I think SVTs. Yeah. And on the German side, we have some more of the OFCRA vets in a separate group, and the 33 ESS guys as well, seemingly wanting to hold this T intersection here, but they've got FG42s, MP40s, and G43s. So they're just contempt about holding this crossroad because it gives them an elevated position, but with no cover, that could be messy. We saw in the previous round that the OFCRA veterans played a lot more fast and loose with guerrilla-style warfare tactics, which, as I said in the previous round, might not work for a more foresty and open AO, but with this being a village, compared to the town-esque AO we saw in the previous round, it will be a little more open, but there's still ways for things to get very CQC. And we're already seeing OPFOR utilizing a riverbed here to try to close the distance to where OPFOR is, and Pogo's already starting to try to come around here as well, and opening gunshots have started as Gotland and Fact the House Logic are very close to each other. Fact could literally just come out here and tap Gotland. But I think Fact is too busy watching the south. These guys are right on top of each other. Pogo could also get the jump on these guys if he makes the right turn. He's just camping the riverbed, but he isn't looking left to see that those guys were right at his open slot. He might hear them now. As we have Deborah getting taken out, followed by Leanna as they tried to crawl up. Pogo getting a kill, though, on the rear on Callie. He's going to open up, gets another kill. Vixen doesn't even notice. That is the power of this FG42 here. He's going to continue up and potentially find Block as he gets a kill. He's going to get right behind Block here, stabilizes his shot, runs out of ammo in his magazine, quickly pulls back in fear of retaliating fire, and Block runs into the smoke. I don't think he even realized that he was being engaged from the rear. Roland getting knocked out as Block moves up to double tap. And so far, the only kills I'm seeing, we got Zixme that died up there to, I believe, Goatland, who charged ahead. And now he's in the middle of the OPFOR line. Grenades being thrown by Pogo on Bluck's position. And I think the rest of the 3SS guys are trying to hold this T intersection with the high ground as they have P Darts in the left flank here trying to engage. So Pogo still trying to harass Bluck here as he's moved up. And Goatland has been taken out on the northern side by Cheeseburger with the SVT-40. Hey, Cyric Wolf Jedi, thanks for the tier 1 sub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a nice kick out of this quick round. So, stick grenade being thrown because he doesn't know where Block is. That might actually be a smoke. Yep, because if it doesn't immediately detonate, it has the longer fuse of the smoke grenade. Pogo trying to pick off Block, but as he gets away, the submachine, actually I would argue that the FG42 is more of an assault rifle, but it's still inaccurate in longer ranges. But a grenade going off gets Block. I don't know if that was enemy or friendly, because when I have to respawn and get the spectator mode from there, I don't get my tracer script. So I don't know if he was taken out by a potential friendly grenade, or if that stick grenade was able to close the distance, but I doubt it was Pogo's because he was still on the back foot there. All right, so now we got the 3-3 guys on this Overwatch position, trying to fire in the smoke. I think they were shooting at Rigel, who has now taken cover behind this little step. Did take a few hits, though. And we got P Darts here trying to get some flanks. I think Bluck just died. Unsure if he was double tapping Bluck or getting some shots on NASA. But at this point, it is 5v5. But Blue 4 has a bit of an advantage here because they're purely maneuvering on OPFOR as they're stuck in the center of town in a bunch of smoke. And I could still see Pogo coming from the rear and taking out a lot of shots. Actually, OPFOR has a slight advantage because Murdy is in the back line right now covering them. But Rigel might be able to get a shot on Art here. We call him Artie, too. And he vaults the fence and gets mowed down by Rigel. Thanks, Wolf Jedi. I hope you keep enjoying it. With these 3-3 guys moving up, they could be more than a match for... I stand corrected. Rigel just keyholed one of them. NASA's going across the street here, might flank the other two. More submachine gun fire coming in, clipping Ernest here as his battle buddy goes down. NASA getting on the rear here, entering the building, but it is not quick enough as the other 3-3 guy gets taken out, and it is now a 6v1 against Pogo. 3-3 is just taking these the milsim tactics a little too far, and against the fast and loose tactics of guerrilla warfare that their opposition is utilizing, I don't think it can compete at this rate. Murdy across the street from Pogo. Pogo not realizing, might have just spotted Murdy through the shrubbery. He's going to try to line up a shot. Murdy unaware. Pogo's going to close the distance. Murdy, I think, is going to get hunted down and shot in the back here, unless he turns and sees Pogo. He does not through that little shrub. Pogo coming up to his position, lining up the shot on Murdy, takes the shot, Murdy gets a single bullet off, not knowing where it's coming from, and now OPFOR has 5 guys rallied just down the street here, and they're going to start folding back to engage that force. They got to be careful, though. An FG42 against a group of players that are close to each other could easily take out this group. Rigel on the flank, though, unsure if he spotted Pogo. He is maneuvering left or right to evade any shots that might come his way. Overwatching for the 3 OPFOR guys pushing up, and Cheeseburger is also staying behind to cover Rigel. Pogo is going to have a very nasty uphill battle here, but he's got an FG42, which is one of the best guns to do it. But I would say the PPSH with the drum magazines that some of the Soviet players have, most of them have the other version, which only has the stick mag. So they all have similar magazines. NASA trying to get on top of the MI. Yeah, that's a funny thing to spot. Wait, this is World War II. Why do we have a BMP-2 and an MI-8? Like, this makes sense. These are 2 German scout cars, but why? Anyway. It's like, okay then. Sure. And Pogo, I think, realizing he might be outnumbered here, is really trying to stealth around here. Might be able to crawl up and get a flanking shot on Rigel, but Rigel's also thinking the same thing. Might catch Pogo out of position here. Oh, but he spots Pogo and takes him out, and that's GG. Wow. That round, the Soviets just stomped, and I really think it's because of the 33's militant tactics there. I keep saying militant, I mean milsim. Pogo did a really good job. I mean, I think he was the only one that got kills that round. Okay. Panzer Grenade got 1 kill. Pogo getting 4 kills. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skulls on the other side, and then, you know, I killed myself, but... Who got the 6th kill, though? I honestly can't see it. So... Ay. There's the round end. Wow, the zone was worth 420 points, and... Elberg decides to execute Pogo. But that was Blitzkrieg, if there is a definition. Soviets just kicked ass and took a lot of names, and Pogo wasn't able to get the additional kills he needed. Oh, spectator slot, look at that. All right, so this is going to be a winter-themed operation. On Stark Channel Islands, we got Falman, I'll try, let's see. Faljiman Jäger. That's my final answer. 33 is going to take those slots, and OPFOR is going to be British again, led by the NASA not the NASA veterans, my bad, the OFCRA veterans. So again, because Blue Force Faljiman Jäger, they have access to that FG42, which, as we saw Pogo with it last round, it's a very powerful weapon. Let's go ahead and unmute, see what they're talking about.
I'm sorry, Roland.
Right, I've listened to a Carpathia song in my lifetime, so I'm going to go on the German team. As a bad guy in the second game.
Pogo needs to clutch harder.
Traitor. That
By any chance, are you a Labour Party member?
Yes.
I see.
This is round 3 of 5.
It was really funny.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Right, let's start closing some slots. Give me... Oh, you
Is your Liru not playing?
No, he's spectating my gamer. He's a spectating gamer. So he spectates like a gamer.
He spectated last round as well.
I'm watching you all shoot each other, and then I laugh when you happen to be shooting friendlies.
Oh, where the cough.
That happened in the first round real fucking quick. That was funny.
Yeah. Oh, who the fuck am I looking at, Roy? Fuck. You fucking prick.
Roy's no idea what's been said. You see,
So you don't have to be racist.
You extend the word mark flat. I mean,
Yeah.
the real...
Going back to mute myself. All right, so this is another CQB environment with the main objective being the church in the middle. We used this operation for the 100K celebration where we did artillery only with the Piat guns. I need to redo that op, in all honesty. Remaster it better and make it a pure artillery only, because I still gave them handguns and they didn't appropriately fit the theme, in my opinion. So that'll be on the docket, similar to how I remastered the 343 Guilty Spark op a little while ago. There we go. Warm-up round here. Let's just confirm Block is going to be leading with a Thompson. We have another trench gun here, so same kits as last time. 2 Bren gunners, a second Thompson, a third Bren gunner, and a second trench gunner. All right, and then on the other side, we have the 33 ESS guys with some of the OFCRA veterans. Seeing a good mix of SG-42, some G-43s, some Kar 98s. Honestly, not a lot of Kar 98s when you think about it. But no MG-42s, which is interesting. I guess that makes sense because there isn't really anything under the British arsenal that can compete with an MG-42. Okay, so the German side, the 33, they are splitting off into 2 groups and going north and south to try to encircle, or at least do a flanking attack on what OPFOR might try. How would I say it? Basically, OPFOR is going in one group, and Blue 4 is trying to separate into 2 groups to attack the flanks of the OPFOR group. From here on out, I will call Blue 4 the Germans and OPFOR the British. Meanwhile, British have gone and regressed into those guerrilla warfare tactics. Some are grouping up, though, so we do see a little bit of promise there, but the remainder have kind of entrenched themselves around the actual objective zone, because the Germans did a very wide flank here. So British with the 4-man party are hunting around. Gotland, meanwhile, with NASA and Lemur, are pushing up as Germans to try to get to the church here, which is partially enterable, at least for this small room and the tower right here. The rest of it is a cereal box, aka an unenterable building that is just there for a structure. So the British have pushed through the German line here, and the Germans are doing an elaborate flank of 3 men to the south. Meanwhile, the northern pincer is going to start meeting up with this group. Back to the house looking the wrong way here. I'm not sure if Gotland heard his footsteps. They have to. Anyway, Cheeseburger looking out the window, trying to engage Lemur. Gets the kill on NASA, though. Grenade thrown over. Gotland running right into... my God. Gotland running right into fact of the house. And it's 1 kill even on both sides, in what I believe is a 12v12. So we're going to see the British forces close the gap from the German side. They're going to run into this major group over here with the thick foliage of the trees here and the shrubbery. It's not going to do any good for the German players to be on the second stories here. They might just get caught out of position. I'm going to watch Bluck here come in. Looking in there, he doesn't catch that one German player. He does see that one German player there. Tries to fire through, but he gets taken out as he is flanked. Grenades going in. That grenade taking out Ernest there. And now the British forces are trying to encompass the German position, but they're getting picked off. Oh! Oh, a shotgun kill on Dart from Royd Camper. He puts another shotgun blast up here, but it is a miss. That was funny. And now the British forces are encompassing the German position. Meanwhile, Gotland moving up to the clock tower as Callie falls out of the clock tower down the stairs and ends up unconscious. Wouldn't be an Arma 3 PvP scenario without the environment getting a kill somewhere, right? All right, Deborah getting knocked unconscious. Smoke and Willie Pete being thrown. Lemur trying to be aggressive here. Might catch Cheeseburger out of position as Cheeseburger vaults around. Lemur's still going to push him. I think Lemur only has a Kar 98. Yep, bolt action. So he only has 1 shot to make it count as Elberg comes up. I will call him Edberg if I want to. Another grenade is thrown. Another smoke. A lot of smoke put around this position as Royd Camper starts coming up the front door. But Lemur misses a point-blank shot. Royd Camper turns around, misses his shotgun, and gets the kill. Oh, man, that's 2 kills for the shotgunner. 3 kills for the shotgunner there. And the German force is starting to look very light. Not sure if Gotland, he's gone over Callie's body because he was down under the stairs, so I don't think Gotland noticed. And the German 3-man group that moved south is coming back around. And as I look back and talk around it, we look back, all of the Germans are dead or unconscious now. So we're hearing some double taps being given. It's have to come into here and double tap Deborah. But I think they're going to try to secure this position first. Once again, just an utter stomp out here, as it is now 4v6. But it could still be anyone's game. Let's take a look at who's still alive here. Pogo with a G43 semi-action rifle there. Semi-auto, semi-action. That was me combining bolt action and semi-auto there. Semi-auto, 10-round G43. We've got an MP40 on Gotland, who is up a kill. We've got, his name's based off of a grenade. I just called him Lawn Name in the previous chat. And then Roland, who also has an FG42, as well as Lawn Name there. Gotland, I think, found the body. Yep. And now he's going to commit double tap with his handgun. Deborah wasn't double tap, but unlikely Deborah's going to wake back up there. Those gunshots are attracting British to now close back on the objective zone. Gotland opens up with that MP40. Doesn't get the hit on Elberg as Cheeseburger now charges in with that Bren gun. 30-round magazine, close range like that. I mean, at that point, it's point-blank range. He's unlikely to miss, but he could get picked off. As Roland gets the hit, not the kill though, but I doubt Cheeseburger's going to wake back up. Grenade is thrown, bounces overhead into Elberg's position, but it is a smoke. One of them was a frag. Those 39s, that's the smoke stick grenade. The fragmentation stick grenade is the 24. Gotland coming around, might have spotted Bob Winchester, and Murdy might have spotted him. Zixme coming around, getting one drop on one of the German players. Grenade goes over, blows up right next to Roland. Unsure if that got a kill. I just saw a British player get picked off by Gotland. And it is now 3v4 in favor of the British as Op4. Elberg coming around, spots Pogo. Pogo does a double take. Elberg misses his shot. Both of them with bolt action rifles. I think Roland just tried to kill Pogo there in a bit of confusion. Gotland, meanwhile, getting the drop. Bob Winchester gonna hop over as Gotland bandages, and there's the one tap by Bob Winchester. And it is now 3v1 because Elberg came in and got a kill. Again, considering Cheeseburger is probably gonna be unconscious for the rest of the round because of how medical settings work in World War II. But Roland does have an FG42 that is one of the good weapons for the job here, and he's fighting a Lee Enfield, a trench gun, and a Lee Enfield. So he has the only automatic weapon left in the field, and he's against 2 bolt actions and a pump action. Roland getting the drop on one of the Lee Enfield guys. He's going to need to do a quick reload because the other 2 are probably going to start encompassing his position. But he is fighting Zixme, who I would argue is the equivalent of T5 Bay within FNF. A very good player. He is equipped with that trench sweeper, and he already has a kill to his name. 2v1. Can Roland do it? And finally get a win for the 33 team. Grenade thrown over, but it was only a smoke. I don't think it's I think it's a Willie Pete, but it's not doing any damage. As Bob Winchester starts ascending the clock tower, Roland's gonna run in. Definitely not a Willie Pete. Oh, it is a Willie Pete, as he just took damage in it. I stand corrected. So he's gonna bandage in that corner. I don't think Bob Winchester was close enough to hear him taking damage, as Zixme's gonna come around because he heard that grenade, finds a fresh body there, might check it for medical. Or just stare at it awkwardly. Who knows? So I think Roland's coming to the corner, might try to bandage. Bob Winchester coming to the doorway here, looking around. He is on top of the objective, but Roland is as well. But I don't think this is going to go to time. We still have 6 minutes for a 2v1. Zixme's on a really good Overwatch position. If he has slugs, he'll be able to do well. Bob Winchester folding back to get with Zix. Now you're going to have Roland ascend the clock tower here. Winter, we are on round 3 of 5 here for small-scale PvP squad-based operations. So we got Deborah bleeding out in the background there as well. I could see this position working really well for Overwatch, but has this nasty opening over here where they can get picked off from. But if they stay low, like crouched, there's no way someone can look up from the below angle. So I think Roland is going to camp under the stairwell at this point. Another question is, are the British going to come back into this clock tower, as Roland now is going to cover this area? But if I were Roland, I would just stay put in the objective at this point. Let the enemy come to you. Zixmi's going to run by Roland's crosshairs. Gets taken out. Fortunately, Zixmi was running with his shoulder there. Another Willie Pete thrown to cover Roland as he does a quick reload. Good call there. But because Zixmi had his weapon shouldered, he wasn't able to put his gun up in time, and he was sprayed down by that FG-42. I'm glad we're finally having a round where the fact I've been hyping up the FG-42 for the past 3 rounds, we can finally see its superiority here. And now it is a single FG-42 with Roland versus Bob Winchester with a bolt-action Lee Enfield. So Bob, he knows that fire just came over there. That bell going off, by the way, 3 bells, 4 bells, 5 bells, 6, 7, 8. It's 10 o'clock. Which, I mean, where's the sun? Yeah, so it's morning. Neat. But yeah, if you ever hear a bell from a chapel or church giving that sound effect, it's because it's the top of the hour. Just in case you didn't have a watch while you were playing Arma. Fun little fact to know. Bob Winchester now breaching this building. Honestly, I think Roland would have been able to kill him if he stayed put, but Roland doing a perimeter check, trying to make sure Bob isn't trying to camp another corner. So now Bob is going to ascend the tower. But he is getting caught walking through it. Now he's wondering how he's going to get around. Yeah, keeps putting him down, which I think is how Zixmi fell. But he just doesn't know how to get up it. That's funny. Yeah, if you hug that corner, then you're fine. Roland's still coming around here. Roland not seeing that gun poke out. Bob coming down. Roland, oh, I think Bob might be able to get the kill here. Lines up the shot. Misses. Gets a quick bolt. Roland returning fire. I think Bob might have been out of ammo. Puts another shot out. Did he do it? No, Roland folded in. And he catches the back of Bob Winchester. And Roland showing the superiority of that weapon there. Oh, Bob has to be kicking himself. He had to have gotten that headshot. Roland realizing he just clutched it for his team, and that's the first victory on the 33SS side. Hot damn. Let's go ahead and unmute ourselves and listen to the in-between time. Do a quick tab out here.
That's so stupid.
Clutch.
At both of them, yeah.
We've done both.
No, only one of them.
Okay, right, that's what.
Come on, Asa, catch him.
We catch. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Who's asking a question?
I was the one.
Ah, there's no spectator again. I'm gonna go on the bottom and kill myself. So it looks like they have fortification capabilities
No,
here.
not yet.
Fucking
This
Mosin
is
again.
another one of those.
PDR.
And we've got
Yeah,
Russians
tanks?
with Mosin the guns. PTRD.
Are there any vehicles?
No, you just get the PTRD for the meme.
Okay, whatever.
I can respect that.
I'd fucking anti-materialize people as they fucking come along.
Right, I'm gonna be watching you like a fucking hawk. Please kill people with it.
Good. I think you don't use it when you mount up on something, though.
Yeah. No. I think you can actually free scope it.
And you shoot it for the hit.
Maar hoop moet hebben.
I'm pretty sure that one you have to actually like lay down and deploy, unfortunately.
fair
You
enough.
need to put a
Oh.
bayonet on that so it's a spear.
I hope I remember to keep
Follow formation.
The Macedonian phalanx.
Oh my god. Alright. Round 4 with a PTRD. They are going to do rematches after, but I'm not going to cover them. I'm just here for the first round impressions, baby. Of course, yeah, they just meme these way too hard, but it's funny to watch. Either way, just a reminder, we'll be back at around 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight for a plain PvE plus POP. Iceberg is going to be leading an OFCRA task force to fight the main player base, which is going to be bombing a lot of German positions today as the RAF. But anyway, this AO is literally just south of the previous AO we saw 2 rounds ago. They're fighting for a large open area, and I need to now commit seppuku. I almost hit the wrong button. There we go. Alright, so I won't be able to tell tracers with this interface, unfortunately, but otherwise it is bolt action rifle galore, actually. I think everyone has a bolt action here. And a bayonet. Yep, all the Kar 98s for the German side. And on the OFCRA side, we're going to probably have Mosin Nagants and the PTRD. Hold up, we also have some SVTs here too, which I guess balances for the fact they have PTRDs. That's hilarious, but I don't see any G43s on the Blue Force side, which would have made sense. They do have AT, though. Yeah, so the Germans are pure bolt action. And the Soviets have some fancier stuff, but they're already trying to engage each other from this long of a distance. You're seeing those tracers come in as OFCRA charges the field. I'm going to want to see AT get used. I want to see the PTRD do something stupid. Both sides are charging for control of that small little bunker position. OFCRA also had an overwatch position right here to deploy those rifles from. Yeah, they are single-shot AT rifles. I believe 14.5 millimeter, but it might just be 12.7. That's hilarious. So far, Gotland has already been killed off in a long-range shot. Who is the lucky marksman? Elberg with an SVT. Fun facts, a lot of the Soviet troops did not like the SVT because the magazine would keep falling out of the gun because it wouldn't lock in place properly. Now, with this being a bolt-action fight, the swarm-style tactics that we've been seeing the OFCRA side do almost all night with the OFCRA veterans aren't going to be as effective, but I could still see the SVTs dishing out a good amount of damage as a semi-auto rifle. But fighting bolt actions especially. PTRD is 14.5. Thank you for the clarification, 917. So the Milsim-style tactics at 33 ESS might actually shine here, especially if they can get into this fortified area first, which, honestly, it is a great-looking fortified area. A lot of bunkers and entrenched positions here to work with. So have to see how things go. Love how OFCRA is opting to swim around. Meanwhile, we already have Rigel here who just huffed it on foot. He's already on the other side. So OFCRA is going to be slowed down here as Blue Force starts to breach into the objective in question. But I think we're going to see the majority of the fighting happen in this area. Meanwhile, OFCRA has started folding in those PTRD... I'm going to just call them marksmen at this point, even though they have bolt action. They can be like that one Finnish sniper in the in the Winter War. But Rigel now slowly inching up, trying to do recon. Only a guy with a Mosin Nagant. And Blue 4, I mean, who's in here? It's NASA and Barrow, so 2 of the OFCRA veterans have already folded in as 33, again with those Milsim-style tactics. They're kind of slow to maneuver here, and I think that's really costing them here. They're being slow and cautious, but that's what's been getting them killed every time in these rounds. They need to smoke and then move into those bunker fortified positions, but at this rate, Soviet forces are going to be able to set up and prevent them from maneuvering in. Here on 4th, I'm going to call blue for the Germans and opt for the Soviets. So Soviet forces moving up. They're also sending a small flanking force around. That could be deadly. Now the question is, are the Soviets... Yep, they are going to start engaging the German forces moving across the road as they try to run into those positions. Honestly, if the German forces wanted to be quicker, they need to put their weapons on their backs in triple time, which is where they just full-on sprint to the fortified positions. And with this mainly being a bolt-action fight, they would have a much higher survivability than most situations that would require something like this. So Merkel's gone down, Baros has gone down, Gotland is also down, Cali got picked off, I believe, by NASA, who was in the bunker, but he has also gone down as well. Not looking good for the German side as the Soviets are starting to get a significant numbers advantage. Excuse me. Rigel trying to get that shot on that last guy crossing. Manages to get him last second. And he's on his second kill. So only 2 33 members were able to survive that push. Roland, who I thought was sticking back to Overwatch, in a just, I guess, hiding himself. He could fire that AT round into the Soviets and try to get a kill if he puts it on the maximum range, because it's a Panzer Faust, if I recall correctly. The Shrek is the reloadable one. Well, I mean, it's literally just a catapult. It's a short-range AT catapult. It's really funny. But anyway, we have the Soviets starting to move into these fortified positions. On point is the SVT. Good call there. The second to last 33 guy gets breached. Grenades being thrown. And he gets grenaded to high hell here, as the Soviets at this point are just cleaning house. 4 Germans left on the northern side here. And you're starting to hear those anti-tank rifles fire off. Again, they have to be deployed in order to be used. Royd swimming over. Cheeseburger moving up the flank here. And it is a 4v a lot. 5-10. 4v10. Jesus. Having Rigel triple time up here to try to move up to the Germans quicker. Not sure if he just spotted Roland or whatnot. Think checking his rear, pointing stuff out. Bluck and Elberg following Rigel here. Shot goes over. Rigel switching back to his rifle. As you have darts here. Firing over. But unable to land a shot. More smokes being deployed. Rigel coming up. Roland moving on his flank. Maneuvering around bullets as he tries to close in for a melee kill, but he is shot dead by Bluck. Dart here might be able to get a kill. Drops one of them. And the second one also getting dropped from range. It is now 3v8. No, yep, still 3v8 as we have Bob Winchester in the water. He's going to take a hot second to swim up there. You got Pogo trying to get some pickoffs from across the bank here as you have Elberg running up. Oh, these two might get flanked. Art trying to get a shot here. Elberg panics. The other guy turns around, Mr. Panzer Grenade. Edberg trying to line up a shot. He's got an SVT, but isn't able to line up the shot he wants because Dart was able to go prone and avoid him. Elberg trying to line up a shot now. Is unable to. He's firing short. Dart trying to get a hit here. Pogo getting picked off by either Zixme or had to have been Lemur, who is up a kill. The maps, from what I've seen, they've all been from the IFA mod. I just don't know the specific names, and since we've been doing multiple rounds across various maps, I don't have it in the map command. I do apologize. Elberg spraying down, getting a kill. And now Art is the last man. He throws a stick grenade. It takes out a bush. I don't think it's going to be close enough to do any damage to Elberg, who now pulls back. It is 1v7. I don't think it's going to be done. As I say that, Dart gets another kill with that bolt action. He is up 2. If I were him, I'd try to get that semi-auto, because that would give him a good advantage here. I'd also put that AT thing away, because that is starting to give his position away, because it goes a little over his head. That's fucking hell, zombie. We did see a melee knockout in the first round, though. That was pretty comedic. But Dart here has no choice but to move to the zone. PTRD firing, but it was way short, and Art has no idea where that came from. So it's going to be a long reload time for that weapon. I would love to see the anti-tank rifle get the last kill. That was Roid Camper over there. Ooh, that one landing close by. Art, realizing those shots are coming in his direction, is going to go back in the low ground here by the pond. I don't know, chat, would you consider this a pond or a lake? I would say pond, but it borders. I would say, like, that's still, I think these are all ponds, but if they're all one, it would definitely be a lake. Random fun fact for you. Meanwhile, we have Fact of the House Logic moving around. I wouldn't say this is a dam because you don't have anything specifically blocking. It's just random bodies of water here with a dried up riverbed along either side. So I think it's just where water naturally pools, because the river is over there and over here. So, yeah, food for thought. All right, Lemur, Zixme, and Fact of the House all trying to encroach on Dart's position, not leaving him a lot of time, room to maneuver, excuse me. Art, I think, spotting Lemur, but that warhead on the Panzerfaust really does give him away, and Lemur spots that first. Lemur now in the low ground. Zixme running up. Fact still holding that MSR. Actually, technically, it is the SSR, because the MSR is close by. Zixme running up. Almost caught again with his weapon shouldered. Zixme throwing a grenade right on top of Dart's position. Doesn't kill him. Another grenade went out. I think it was an AT grenade. Zixme coming out, but Lemur beats him to the punch, and that is the end of round 4. What a nasty round. And that was for 666 points plus the supremacy bonus. So the Soviets were able to score 668 points that round, because internet points do not matter. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with them in the final round debrief.
The ones you're on about, great.
Yeah, and it
Did I
also...
kill that guy?
No,
you
you came really, really close to
like
hitting it twice.
inches.
Hey, Soviet players, I understand you want to win, but could we get more like friendly fires or like the anti-tank rifle getting all the kills, you know, for that content? Hashtag Lamau.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
For the memes.
I'll deliver.
Those
Alright.
memes.
Yeah, way more content.
What are we gonna do? Is
I don't-
that's
I
all
don't-
the missions
They know
from
I'm
you?
joking.
Arma free
Yeah,
bathtub
so-
stream one.
We have now we've got.
I don't mind going on
Go
that
to
too
the
for a
ring.
bit. No, so can I go on that for balance?
Is this the meme op?
Kind of, yes. Yeah.
That's her.
I will
what's it,
taking the ring.
And I
to
go on
Mount
that for
Doom.
balance.
Yeah, you can.
Excellent.
Operation Eagles from Lord of the Rings.
Wait, support squad Westmark. Westmark, I see the problem.
Oh my god.
I get it, because Westmark is a thing in Rohan file.
No, that's not what it is.
Shut the fuck up, NASA.
I think Westmark is what the Germans called the occupied lands of the Eastern Prussia, or Western Prussia. I think.
I thought we were talking about
From Poland.
Westeros from Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
they're occupied by the
Yep,
fucking
sure.
Poles.
Immediately clocking that shit.
Oh,
What?
Indeed.
Western Poland, more like
Dragon
Eastern
Raw.
Germany.
Bob, you were.
No, Zombie, I think this is the last round we
let's-
got
in
before they
fact,
start doing
fellas,
the reruns.
Can we get Can we get more people on blue for this one?
More on Bloom.
More for blue.
Yeah,
please.
that's fine for balance, right?
How have you
No,
got?
So it sounds like they're going to put more people on blue for. We'll see what the final number is in a second. It's going to be a 15 versus 9 because Op4 has just been sweeping tonight. That's pretty funny. That's gonna be more. That's gonna mean more FG42s and MP40s on the Blue Force side. But we'll just have to see how this goes. And this is gonna be on the work in progress Berlin map, which is all blown up city. Only cowards try and flank. But neither side knows where the other side spawns. Awesome. All right, so this will be, I think, the last round. There might be a meme round afterwards, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the meme round. Otherwise, I hope you guys have been enjoying this stream here. We will be uploading these one at a time on the main channel because I am vacationing for a week, which means I'm going to lose out on like a week's worth of content. So I am using this to supplement it. Wink. But I think the mini rounds are also nice because YouTube likes smaller videos anyway. Plus watching some of these elaborate flanks, the friendly fires, it's all for a good laugh, right? Let's see how memey this last one gets. But for those of you watching live, I appreciate you sticking by and hope you've been thoroughly entertained. I'm sure they'll start the round eventually. As if on cue. All right. 30-second warm-up here. And OFCRA is the British. Their spawn zone was marked, but the Germans were not. And it looks like they left some of the AI on, which is interesting. And the round's about to start in a second. The Germans are all the way over here. Honestly, this is a really good PvP map, for all things considered. And there is a bunch of wrecks in the middle as the Germans now move up to counterattack the British, I believe. Both sides engaging, giving away their positions. I think that's done by design. And the British also have a building to help overwatch the Germans advance. And I think that note is just to say, hey, do this line warfare style. This is a lot of vehicles here. This had to have been some sort of massive convoy. I just got bombed to shit. So the Germans throwing a lot of smokes. Again, it is 9 versus 15. The Germans are doing a large push here. So I would imagine the Bren Gunners are going to be firing from range. I think Murdy was on this side. He got disconnected, so it's only going to be 8 now. So the Germans have the British outnumbered 2-1. By the way, the Germans are blue 4, British are up 4. I will be using those terms going forward. And on point, we've got Royd Camper with a Thompson. And Callie taking some damage from that Willie Pete with a trench gun. Trench gun opening up. Doesn't get... Oh, there's a drop. And Callie getting the kill on Rigel there, who was on point. More smokes being thrown. Willie Pete being deployed in the center. Wonder if Blue 4 is going to think that the smoke's safe because the other smokes were perfectly fine. Grenades being thrown on either side. Great frag. Oh, it was a smoke, though. Elberg would have been dead. Barros almost getting friendly fired here as both sides are getting jumpy. And you hear some of these guys taking damage. Roy Camper is literally rushed up on and is able to get both kills. What a Willie Pete thrown right on top of his position. Could kill him off. Another grenade thrown as the British force is trying to do a small flank around here. Zixme taking a bolt action rifle shot. Back to the house, running up. Royd getting his 3rd kill. Darton getting the kill on Zixme. We're still hearing that Willie Pete caused damage. Pogo getting a drop. But Vixen getting a drop there. Is able to pull back before Gotland gets the kill. Not noticing Gotland was pushing up that angle. Callie, meanwhile, over here. Gotland trying to open up some shots here. Royd and Darton getting caught out. Callie getting the drop. Gotland, meanwhile, in the building going up on the 2nd story. And Gotland's right above where Callie's camping. So Gotland now taking the initiative to do some bandaging. Callie, I think, gonna come up the stairs and find Gotland here. Callie does not know where he went. Gotland, I think, can hear those footsteps. Callie might leave the building without checking the second story. Hearing some pickoffs from the north. Both sides have to have had heard those footsteps. Royd Camper catching Debra out of position, gets the double tap. Darton does see Royd, though. Gotland's footsteps are going to be heard by Callie here as Callie retreats to the corner. He's looking up, so I think he knows those are above him. Here's Gotland's medical. And Gotland gets shotgun blasted in the face. Royd, meanwhile, coming downstairs. Darton caught looting a body and is Hillary Clintoned. 3 shots to the back of the head. Judge ruled it as a suicide, but the Hillary Clintoner has become the Hillary Clinton. I have no idea who got that kill. Probably was Barros, who does have a new kill under his belt. It is now 4v5. As the British forces have rallied, actually just completely annihilated the Germans' number advantage. Now it can go either way. So Callie's still up ahead. Plenty of German forces on the flanks here. Barrow's coming around. Not sure if Callie's going to hear him. Callie, meanwhile, on 3 kills with that trench gun as Barros runs by the building. Literally across the wall here. You got Panzer Grenade here. And now this round gets a lot more quiet. Lemur is going to come out, spot Barros, picks him off. It's 4v4. Callie still hears those footsteps. Hearing some longer range shots here. Callie coming around, trying to spot where Panzer Grenade is. He has an FG-42. He's got the better gun, but can Callie get the 1-tap? He's been able to get it 3 times so far. Let's see if he can get it a 4th time. Panzer Grenade definitely hears those footsteps, so I think he's going to wait Callie out. Does a quick injection, probably of epinephrine. And Callie misses the shotgun, and Panzer Grenade gets the kill. On semi-auto for the FG-42, too. Good call there, and it is now 4v3. Bayonet jab over there. I don't know who did that. It had to have been, based on the angle, Ernest, because he's the only one that would have had a bayonet. Grenade going right on top of Lemur, taking him out. Wow. And it is now 4v2. Going to be a lot of wait time here because there's still a lot of distance. You do have Bob Winchester trying to overwatch from the entire backline with his binos, but he has a submachine gun, not the best gun to overwatch with. Cheeseburger would be the better choice. They could form a machine gun team on the balcony here and just massacre anyone that comes up the main street. Cheeseburger checking the flank. But at this rate, I think Blue 4 is going to be able to get the win here. Oh God, Larry, no. Spare me. Rivi trying to get some hits there. Is unable to get the drop, though. Was that a G43? Nope, it was an FG42. Just wasn't able to land that shot. At that range, gets a little inaccurate. Definitely more of a close-range weapon. Elaborate smoke being thrown out. Willie Pete thrown out as well. I think this round's going to take a second. I think the British are just going to stay back here because this is where the objective building is, and we're going to just have to wait and see the German forces come up to the British here. I understand why this is happening, though. It's because both sides just have this open area to advance through. They could flank around on the other buildings to get closer, but I think at this point, both groups are just disorganized here. Actually, that's an incorrect statement. The two remaining British guys have this down. One guy across the street, both of them watching down the road, trying to watch for the Germans advance, and the Germans are just in two separate groups here. It seemed like they've just formed two buddy pairs, but with the closer buddy pair to the British being a little more separated, while the other one's kind of stagnated in the back line. I don't know what else to say. Aw, they didn't die holding hands. How unfortunate. Now we just have to be patient. Bob Winchester advancing. Agnes there taking some fire from Cheeseburger's Bren gun. Grenade being thrown out a little off. I think that's a frag. Nope, it's a smoke. Another smoke. I don't think he judged those shots correctly here. So he throws those smoke. Actually, no, he judged them perfectly because he wanted to cross the street. Bob, if he stayed in place, he would have been able to catch Angie here through that opening. And you have German Grenade Man here, who I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name. He's been calling him Panzer Grenade. Trying to move up on Bob Winchester's position, who has taken the high ground now. And he gets Hillary Clinton. It is now 4v1. Cheeseburger trying to climb up the high area right here. I don't know what he's trying to climb up to. But using enhanced movement, he tends to stay in the high ground. Just because the actor that played Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith was British doesn't mean that the high ground can be applied to every situation. Fun fact, that actor has a brother who was in the RAF, and his call sign is Obi-2 for his plane. Hillary Clinton is our term for when someone gets shot in the back of the head, and the guy that got shot doesn't even know it. It's a joke on the fact that I had a very famous clip titled "When you find out about Hillary Clinton's emails and blah blah blah," and YouTube actually banned it. So I say Hillary Clinton now as a joke. But I will say a fan came up with it though. It was a good call, and that grenade knocks out Cheeseburger. And I think we're GG here because people that get knocked out don't tend to wake back up. But I will check to see if we have a dedicated meme round today. But otherwise, I think that's going to be it. The clip was called "When You Have News about Hillary pertaining to Hillary Clinton's arrest" or something. It was so long ago. The funny thing was, it was like one of the first highlights I ever made on my channel. It didn't go anywhere. And then literally like a year and a half later, it just started randomly going viral. And then YouTube age restricted it. And I'm like, oh. Okay, that's cool. Like, whatever. All of that was out of my control. And Rivi here, I think, is going to double tap the body, and it's going to be GG. GG. Blue 4 wins another round, but it was literally 15 versus 8, so a little swayed in their favor, but damn. All right, let's see if they go to rematches or if there is actually a dedicated meme round here. Waiting to see what the next pop-up's going to be. Let me tab out here. They might be talking about it.
Which one
We
do we
got,
play?
we got,
we play?
we got 2-2 so far. Any other opinions?
We play. I think which there's quite a lot.
3-2.
There's quite a lot of missions we could play.
We can replay a few
VOD.
and then arena.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, which one would you rather? Which one would you like to play first?
The
Okay.
first one.
First one.
They're going to do replays. So that is it for today for me streaming. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Go operate operationally. We will be back in about 6 hours for the planes-only PvP operation, which is inspired by Battle Stations Pacific and Pearl Harbor Zero Hour. If you don't know those two games, look them up. I try to mimic that style of both. And I will be having some OP4 plane pilots trying to shoot down the RAF players. But anyway, again, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one.